Well, holy shit, I'm alive.
Hooray!
Yeah, speak for yourself. Here we
Oh,
go.
I was. I'm glad that you're alive because if you're dead, your suffering will cease to be entertaining.
Yeah, an excellent point once again. Hi everybody, I'm Jack Gunsky, and I wonder why I still do this at all, because, you know, life is meaningless. With
Yeah.
that, welcome to the Whispered World Gendered Edition. And, this is another game by Daedalic.
You've been warned.
Man, fuck this shit. Let's just start.
Yeah.
It may make you sad to hear it,
Oh my
but this is the last story I'm going to tell you.
Why is it so fucking loud? Jesus
Yeah.
just stop being so damn loud.
Jolly people and a happy end. But I don't have the strength for that.
I agree, it is quite loud.
Turn it down like third.
It's in a land far away, a land that is about to die. It begins
And
in
hello
the
to
autumn
Mike R,
forest.
who is joining us in chat.
Hey Mike R, how are you doing?
This is the story of Sadwick, the sorrowful clown. Sadwick is sleeping uneasily, like every night. And he doesn't even know that he'll destroy the world in the course of just a few days.
We have James Colley and TV Dan as well joining us in chat.
Hey, how you doing? James and Keeper Down. Could be better, Mike. Hey, you're preaching to the choir. No matter
Oh,
how
look,
bad, no matter how
Jen Moore Michaelis did the dialogue. That's Pokey, so maybe this game will actually be not shit.
Ah! I mean, the animation's not bad.
Yeah. TV Dan says that Jack is quiet.
Well, yeah, I'm quiet because this game is so fucking loud. Hold on. Is there...
Sadwick. And for anyone in chat who
What
might
a
have been
nightmare.
slightly
Every
traumatized,
night it's the
when I
same.
say Pokey, I
can
do not
hardly
mean
remember
the
the last
the
time I
Twitch
had a
harlot.
decent night's sleep.
I mean a German guy who works for Daedalic and
Spot?
is responsible for
Wake
Deponia
it
and
Spot
Edna and
be. He
Harlan.
usually comes to see me in the morning.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's... Okay, we have a general volume. Here we go. There, that should be better. This should work. Now, Terry, should I play the tutorial?
Well, how else will you know how to play the game?
Fine, let's play the tutorial. You can move Sadwick.
This is a great name.
By tapping the location you want to go to, interactive objects or characters are highlighted. If you move your finger, my finger, over them, by tapping an object or character, you will open a vellum menu.
Oh, fancy.
By tapping the eye symbol, you can look at objects. By tapping the hand symbol, you can scratch yourself. The speech balloon symbol is for talking to people or using your mouth to interact with objects.
Ew.
So, if you want to eat something, you can use the speech balloon. By the way, slide 2 fingers apart, or back together on your tablet screen to zoom in or out. Task.
Yes.
Open the drawer and take a look what's inside.
So Keith is saying that we're still quiet, and AJ's Retro Arcade, also known as AJ, is in chat.
Hey, Adam. How are you doing? I hope that everybody out in Chatland is having a good one.
Having a better time than Jack is.
Okay, how do...
I think look inside it, use the eyeball.
There's only that stupid note in there. And made me write down all my chores. Pure harassment, if you ask me. What the heck? I'd better collect the note anyway. Maybe I'll find a fire somewhere.
You can highlight all interactive objects by pressing the space bar. Task. Press the space bar.
But that's a typical task. I hope you're up to it.
Nope, that's enter. Nope, that's the
Good.
shift key. That's the slash. No, that's enter again. Oh, here we go. Here's the
Hey,
space
you did
bar. All picked up items are stored in your inventory. You can open the inventory by right-clicking or using the mouse wheel. Task! Open your inventory. Wow.
See, aren't you glad you did the tutorial? It's been very educational.
You can select an item in your inventory by tapping, holding, and then moving your finger over the over your tablet. Ooh la la. If you want to take a closer look, drag it over the icon, the eye icon. If you want to interact with your mouth, drag it to the mouth icon. To combine 2 items, select one item and drag it over the item you want to combine it with. In case you have loads and loads of items in your inventory, use the arrows to scroll through the inventory. If you want to use an item to interact with a character in the current scene, select the item and move your finger over the inventory icon. I should do narration, Terry.
Yes.
The inventory will close, and now you can tap a character or another on-scene object with the selected item. Task! Look at the note in your inventory.
These tasks are getting pretty advanced.
Ben has given me a lot of tedious chores for today. Why did I even bother to get out of bed?
Ain't no rest for for Sadwick. To solve this task, Sadwick should better get outside. If you move the cursor to an exit area, it will change into an arrow symbol. Task! Open the door and go outside. I want to look
I
at
hope you're
stuff.
up for the challenge.
I want to look at what's this torn note say?
What was that note again? Ah, yes. I remember now. It's where Ben sketched out how the human cannibal act is supposed to work. It's so unfair. He can even draw better than me.
Me, Canon, plug. I don't know what that's. That line is kind of suggestive there a little bit.
A little bit.
What are you planning on doing to poor Sadwick? He'll be very Sadwick after that shit.
Or very happy. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how his head works. Although based on the trajectory, I think he would be sad. A parachute and a bomb.
Hmm.
Yeah. Stove.
That's no use. The handle is broken off.
Sadwick is very quiet.
Okay, let's go back and make him louder again.
Make the speech a bit louder. You don't need to make the other stuff louder.
Our old stove. The handle is
That's
broken
much
off.
better.
Okay. Bear head. Can I take the bear head?
Aha!
You punched it, and now you can get a key.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh boy, that was close. And we'll pay for this. I could have croaked.
We got a rug. We got a bear's claw.
Hmm.
Fortunately, it just came right off.
Yeah.
We
A
have
hole.
a hole.
If only my arm and thinner and it had 2 more elbows, then I could reach in and open the stove from the inside.
That's obviously a hint. You need something bendy that can open the stove from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
I can't reach it. That's too bad.
They could have gotten a less gay person to do the voice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they went with this particular voice actor.
Ouch! Oh, damn. This is going to blister. Why do I have to be so clumsy?
Oh, a hat.
Ah. And
Okay. Let's go outside.
oh, you mastered navigation like a champ. I wonder what the
Oh.
next task is going to be.
Sadwick, you awake? Come here at once. The day's already wasting away.
Right. Another happy day in the colorful world of the circus.
James is asking if the cat is out of the bag. Yeah, it is. There's Quippers on Sunday.
Spot! Don't
Oh,
you fly
right,
around
yes.
like that. What's wrong with you?
What do you think's wrong with him?
Maybe he's sick, the plague, or food poisoning,
Don't talk such nonsense.
worm fungus, blue pox. It could be anything.
He's thirsty, Sadwick. That's what happens if you don't carry out your chores properly.
Look
Spot
at that
can take it.
retarded-looking
He's
thing.
tough.
You've got a
Yeah.
lot to learn. Caterpillars don't grow
Yeah.
very old. Not if you treat them like this anyway. You'd better get used to the idea.
You're just saying that to annoy me.
Hi to
I'm
Dante
serious.
and
You
goodbye
better
to
give him something
Dante.
to
Thanks for
drink.
stopping by.
Yeah, whatever, Ben. Come
Th-
on,
thanks for
let's
stopping by,
go,
Dante.
Spot. We'll get you something to drink. And after that, maybe we can finally do something useful.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go. We have been given more directives. You found your... That's my bed? Look at that fucking thing. What the fuck is that? You
Well,
found
we know it's not a dwarf because it's not deadly enough.
you found your trusty pet, Spot. He's very thirsty, however. Click Spot and hold the left mouse button and choose the hand icon to pick him up. Spot is now attached to the cursor. Now left-click an object to let Spot interact with it. Task. Give Spot something to drink.
Oh, man. He really is. He's attached to the cursor. They were telling the truth. And he's very excited.
Grandpa!
Good.
Ben!
I'm assuming you just drop him in the soap water.
Bucket!
All right, Spot. Time to have a drink.
Well,
There you
Oh, oops.
you turned him into a ball.
Ball Spot. Learn the Ball Spot form.
Yeah.
Spot did just learn to transform into a ball. You can switch between ball and normal form by moving the cursor to the upper right corner of your screen. That's here, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Upon reaching the corner, the Spot menu will open. Transform Spot back by clicking
No, that doesn't say clicking. I don't know what that says, but
by seeing clicking by clicking the corresponding icon. By right-clicking... No, that actually does say
that actually
clicking.
just says clicking.
You switch back to the normal cursor mode again. Spot will learn a lot more forms during the game. All of them will be selectable in the Spot menu. Task!
Oh,
Switch Spot back to his normal form. Okay,
all right.
so I assume this is ball form, and this is
Yeah. That
normal. Yeah. This thing is upsetting me, man.
form.
Stop following my... Get the fuck off! Get it off!
But
You
he's so happy, Jack. Look at him. He's happy.
What? Why a caterpillar, man? You can talk to characters by clicking them and selecting the mouth icon. In most cases, the multiple choice dialogue will Willow pen. Now simply choose the sentence you want Sadwick to say with the left mouse button. Most dialogues can be ended by selecting the last dialogue option. Task! Talk to Ben.
Have you given Spot something to drink yet?
Yes, Ben, I have.
Well, then you can start practicing your human cannonball act.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll start practicing. That's Bruno.
Bruno sleeps almost all day. He has to drag our trailers through dark forests during the night. I bet he never has nightmares. On the other hand, maybe this world is his nightmare.
Can you
That's deep, man.
can you try not being like, you for a moment?
Yeah.
Don't
Pick up
mess
Bruno,
with
put him in your
Bruno,
inventory.
unlike you. He's already done his work for today.
Yeah, stop slacking, Sadwick.
Not right now. Hi, Ben.
Hi, sleepyhead. How often do I have to tell you? Rehearsals start at sunrise.
It's not my fault. I slept very badly last night.
Slept badly?
Oh,
What's that supposed to mean? Not those nightmares again.
They're not ordinary nightmares. They always feel so real. The earthquake, the craggy rocks.
Good heavens, Sadwick. Now pull yourself together. You're a clown, a jester, an entertainer. You're supposed to make people happy, not depressed.
I don't know. I like this Ben character so far. He's saying what everyone's thinking.
yeah.
When's our next performance?
Who knows? This stretch of land is just as deserted as all the others we recently passed through. People are leaving the land. They fear the end of the world.
Can't someone else play the clown?
And what do you want to do instead? Lion taming? Just face it, Sadwick. You're not talented enough for the big acts. You can't juggle. You can't throw. You can't even perform your human cannonball act properly.
I'm just fed up with honking noses and farting sounds. Why can't we provide high-class entertainment instead?
And what would
And that's
that
when
be?
he started the Playboy magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, please
Boy,
don't
he's a
make-
poet. We've got to hear his poems.
Oh no. No, Terry, he's gotta read his poetry.
I've written a couple of poems.
Oh, please, spare me your poems. Believe me, no Nobody needs your cerebral whining.
I sneak to the mirror in the darkest of night.
No!
Stare at my image and just see the clown. The louder he laughs, the harder I fight. Oh, sinister world, full of hardship and frowns.
Well, Sadwick, that's exactly why nobody likes you. If you really must
Hashtag
write
King Ben.
poems, why not some funny limericks?
Limericks?
There once was a young circus clown who imagined the sky falling down. He imagined so bad that it made him quite sad. On his face, he wore always a frown.
Okay,
There you
no
go.
poems then. But how about theater?
Theater? Nobody understands those pompous blowhards. Do you know why people love the circus? Because they don't have to think too hard.
Ah, I get it. If somebody is in search of a real knucklehead,
He can come straight to me and...
his search is over.
Hey, wait a second.
All right. The theater idea is off, but how about philosophy?
God.
What kind of thing?
What could be more entertaining than getting to grips with the very nature of existence?
Not getting to
What
grips with
indeed?
it. Do you have more of those terrific ideas?
This game is something of a practice in that itself.
I know.
I'd like to do something intelligent is all.
Listen, we make good money without producing anything. What could possibly be more
Hey, tall
intelligent?
person.
Not hey, tall person.
You're right. The circus is the only worthwhile form of entertainment.
Spare me your sarcasm. Nobody likes that kind of humor. Now, go and practice your burping alphabet. Or the human cannonball act.
My nightmares
Yeah.
must mean something.
Once again, tall person
Nonsense.
didn't get
Dreams
notified.
are for losers. The same with your books and your poems. It's time you got a grip on reality, the serious side of life. Does that ring any bells?
You mean colorful balls and makeup?
Geez, Sadwick, you're a real pain. You need to wake up and be productive.
Is there
And
anything I
that's
can
what
do?
intelligence on
Don't
this
tell
screen?
me you
Unacceptable.
forgot your chores again. I even wrote them down for
This
you.
isn't the place for intelligence.
That's not what I meant. I'd like to do
Make 'em
something more
laugh.
important with my
Yeah.
time. Something meaningful. Not this depressing day-to-day routine.
The sooner you do what you're supposed to, the sooner you can... Hey, don't you roll your eyes like that, young man. Responsibility is still responsibility. Preferably, you start practicing your human cannonball act. Or take a good look around the area. Maybe you can find somebody who wants to see our performance.
I'd rather do the latter.
Tall person says, "Oh boy, another Daedalic game." I can't tell if that's sarcasm.
Is
or
there
not.
anything I can do?
No, me
Didn't I
neither.
tell you over and over? Preferably,
I mean,
you
I
start
legitimately
practicing
can't.
your
Well
human
done.
cannonball act, or take a good look around the area. Maybe you can find somebody who wants to see our performance.
I'd rather do the latter. See you.
Yep. See you, and don't forget, keep smiling. You're a clown. Remember?
Now you know all of the game's basics. Have fun playing the Whispered World. Thank you. Helpful note. What's this?
And that's probably commentary, yeah.
Auf dem zweiten spielbaren Screen einen weiteren Protagonisten einzuführen. Und so haben wir es auch bei The Whispered World gemacht, dass wir nämlich hier die eigentliche Hauptperson des Spiels eingeführt haben. Ich glaube, sie ist auch auf der Schachtel der Special Edition abgedruckt, oder? Das wissen wir jetzt noch nicht. Ist noch nicht ganz entschieden zu dem jetzigen Zeitpunkt, wo wir es hier gerade aufnehmen. Aber ich glaube, das wird tatsächlich der werden. Der richtige Protagonist des Spiels ist draußen auf der Schachtel. Möglicherweise jetzt drauf, vielleicht auch nicht. Und zwar ist es nämlich natürlich Opas Hose. Die nämlich tatsächlich im Alleingang die Welt retten wird. Also ich muss euch jetzt einfach schon mal spoilern. Also Opas Hose wird nachher tatsächlich noch sehr wichtig, auch für die geplanten 4 Fortsetzungen oder 5 Fortsetzungen von Whispered World. Achso, und dann ist der es wahrscheinlich nicht aufs Cover schaffen wird.
Wen gibt's denn da noch so? Wir haben noch Bruno. Bruno,
Ja,
du weißt ja
You're not interested in reading the thrilling behind-the-scenes commentary?
no. I'm not that interested in hearing people speak German.
This chair's rocking days are long over. Grandpa looks even older than usual today.
Grandpa.
What a stupid thing to say.
Hello, Grandpa.
Oh, hello, Ben. You look different. Is that a new hat you're wearing?
I'm not Ben, Grandpa.
I know, Ben. They don't make hats like they used to anymore.
I'm Sadwick.
When I was a little clown, we used to wear real hats with big, firm bubbles.
Sadwick, your grandson.
I could knock out a full-grown ox with my bubbles. I know that poor animal, but that's the way people liked their hats back then. Now, what can I do for you, Ben?
I wish you wouldn't always mistake me for Ben.
I know. The world is a vale of tears when you're young. Everybody's against you. But there are worse things than tight hats and pinching shirt sleeves, you know.
I'm paying close attention to your words of wisdom, like always.
When you're old, there are tight pains and pinching pantaloons, too. And this, my boy, is the most important lesson to take into old age. Loose-fitting pantaloons are the most loyal friends you could ever ask for.
Heavens. Did he manage to bring his pantaloons into the conversation again?
I had one of those terrible nightmares again.
There's a cute saying I remember from my boyhood on that very subject. What was it? I forgot.
You mean the old saying, dreams are 10 a penny?
What? That's nonsense. Dreams are not 10 a penny. I once knew a guy who sold dreams at considerably higher prices. Now that I think of it, that guy might have been me.
Who in the world bought dreams?
No one. Well, that was where the plan fell short. But it was worth a try. There are always fools who spend money on any little nonsense.
Yeah, like Mr. Gunsky who bought this game.
Yeah, I know.
Say, Grandpa, you've seen a lot of things in your time, haven't you?
You can say that again. You can ask me whatever you can carry.
Let's ask Grandpa some
What do
shit.
you know about the Autumn Forest?
The Autumn Forest is it's an
Grandpa, what did you
enchanted
do
place
in
full of
the Great
mystery.
War?
Strange creatures dwell there, but not as many nowadays as in the past. In ancient times,
How many
lots of
Germans
diverse
he killed?
tribes lived there. You can still find traces of them in ruins and in caves. When I was a child, half the valley was submerged underwater. Now, there's only that little lake with the island. That's all I can remember at the moment.
That's
You
not
wore an onion on
surprising.
your belt. This was
You'd
the
even
style
forget
at
the
the
color
time.
of your hair if you didn't look in the mirror regularly.
But I still know that it starts with a G.
That doesn't count. You're just guessing.
But I'm right.
Why? Yes,
See? That's all I need to know. Please let it be green.
Do you know anything about nightmares and visions?
I know enough that I can't give a profound opinion
Why'd they have
about
to
them.
give him a
Only
list,
real
Jerry?
oracles
I
can
know,
interpret
it's
dreams.
bothering
And
me
they're
too.
the only ones that can tell you if it was a vision of some sort. I once thought I had a vision too, you know. Yes, an angel appeared and told me that one day my pantaloons would save the world. I was so excited. I went on pilgrimages, gathered disciples around me, and performed services. And all that without ever changing my pants. Finally, a gypsy told me that it had only been a nightmare.
Hey, in the
Ben,
next
you
6
can
minutes is
hardly
the chat.
imagine
Hey, Six, if
how
you want in on this,
embarrassed I
let me
was.
know.
5 years
I will
in a
let you into
monastery.
the thing.
Simply because
the
I
next 6
had
minutes is
chili
always welcome
casserole
on
before
Games with
bedtime.
Terry.
Yeah,
I don't know why he wants on, or why he would want on.
it's maybe he wants to experience Lord of the Rings as written by Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
You know
And who
what?
wouldn't?
I'll just look it up myself.
Yes, couldn't hurt. I might still seem quite bright in the head, but sometimes the details get a little mixed up.
Say, Grandpa, you've seen a lot of things in your time, haven't you?
Yes.
Say, Grandpa, you've seen a lot of things in your time, haven't you?
You can say that again. You can ask me
Dark,
whatever you...
terrible things.
Whatever you can carry.
Yes. Okay,
You know what?
so
I'll just look it up myself.
Yes, couldn't hurt. I might still
This
seem
is having
quite
dinner.
bright in the head, but sometimes the details get a little mixed up.
See you later.
Cheer up, Ben.
Ooh, a sock.
Keep your hands off them. You'll only soil them again.
ooh, pantaloons.
Keep your hands. You'll only...
Okay, so we're probably gonna have to, like, distract Ben. I don't know, maybe by... how about we turn Spot into a ball and throw him at Ben?
Can you tell me what's wrong?
I gave him something to drink, like...
I hope you didn't give him the water from the laundry tub. Heavens, Sadwick! It's full of starch.
Who cares? Spot seems to be all right.
Okay.
And
Get
maybe you
off!
can use the ball to play with Bruno. I don't know.
Bruno and Spot get along quite well. Bruno won't eat Spot for dessert, and Spot stopped biting Bruno's toenails.
Okay, we got what do we have in our inventory? We have a claw, the note,
And the key.
where's
Yeah,
the
a
key?
claw, a note, and a key.
Oh, there it is. Claw, note, and a key.
I think if you read the note, it tells you what tasks you need to accomplish.
Oh, and we got a shovel now. Hey, and we can, excuse me, go this way.
Where
Hmm.
are you going?
I want to look around the forest.
Don't get lost.
Don't worry.
Oh,
What the...
I could have told you that. You and your sense of orientation.
well, that was exciting.
Hmm.
Oh, there's a trap.
The trap is empty, and that's how it should be. Fire dragons are flying sources of fire that tend to spontaneously self-ignite. Needless to say, Spot is crazy about the little blighters.
Well, maybe,
No, Spot won't make very good bait. Those fire dragons are much too scared of him.
N6 says that one of these days you're going to attain a chakra level of enlightenment after having endured so many of these games.
I'll tell you what, to get over the stress at my job, I've been listening to like 8 fucking hours of wind chimes.
Hmm.
Fuck my life, man.
That's what Bruno...
Who's Bruno? Oh, Bruno's this guy thing. Hey, can you talk to Bruno?
Bruno? What a shame. He's asleep. He's the only one in the family who listens to me.
Hmm?
Bruno's asleep. He has to... I bet he never... On the other hand...
Don't mess with unlike you.
Yeah, Jack. Don't mess with Bruno. Oh,
Oh, we can go into here.
yeah.
Duck Dog says, "Isn't pot legal in New Hampshire?" Yeah, but I don't. I think it is. I don't know. I'm not really interested in it. Cookbook.
Cooking is one of Grandpa's tasks, not mine. Not that I didn't offer to cook, but Ben objected. It's a sign of how low his esteem for me is. I mean, petroleum soup? Seriously.
I thought Robert
I'd
was
rather
bad,
leave him
but
in there. It
I think
wouldn't be much
Sadwick
fun
wins
to
on
suck it
annoying
through with a
voices.
bottleneck for either of us.
I mean, why would you give your... I mean, in terms of pathetic characters, giving your character a sad voice, a lisp, calling him Sadwick, and making him look like
Bad.
a fucking Oompa Loompa twink motherfucker. This reaches like new levels of pathetic, Terry.
I agree.
This is like hardcore pathetic.
Yes,
Okay,
it really is.
Ben once thought that'd be a good idea too. He couldn't juggle for 2 weeks. I was so proud of Spot.
Okay.
Hairnet.
Yeah.
All sorts of good uses for that.
Notes.
Well, who
But I
would
have notes.
thought? Those really are regular recipes. There goes my theory that Grandpa is preparing our meals from the fishing bait manual. More recipes.
It's gotta be better than listening to wind chimes, man. It's...
Yeah.
Unreachable, like so many.
Listening to wind chimes wouldn't do much for me. I mean, if it helps you, that's cool. I'm just saying, for me, it wouldn't. It wouldn't help.
More recipes.
And Six says that wind chimes are a step up from the top 40. Well, yeah, don't listen to the top 40 ever. There's no reason to do that.
Yeah. Whoever thought of the top 40? We need to look for the bottom 40.
I'm sure that's just as bad, unfortunately. Oh, there's a reverse golf.
Probably not dangerous at all.
I mean, that stands to reason.
Raw? Oh. I'd rather leave him. It wouldn't be much fun to suck it through with a bottleneck for either of us.
Smash it.
Too bad I can't squeeze it through the bottle.
How about handkerchief?
Yeah, too bad.
Well, you can't squeeze the handkerchief through there. No dice there, champ. Cauldron.
Oh. Can you imagine if he said, that's just a guess, isn't it?
Ooh, maybe
Six says, the middle 34 is where it's at.
I wonder if you could drown this asshole child in that cauldron.
Yeah, if only.
Is this supposed to be a child? I just assumed this was a depressed adult.
I don't know.
I mean, he certainly doesn't act like a child.
No, he does seem more adult than that.
He acts like a depressed either a depressed teenager or a depressed 40-something, but not in between.
I was thinking 40 something. Like his just general demeanor is like, this is what happened with my life. Like, I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum, which is what I am.
Okay, torn note. Hole. Okay, here we go. How about shovel? Hole.
No,
Oh.
the furnace is broken enough like everything around here. I
And
don't
so
want to accept.
Duck Dog says it looks like
No,
Max
Ben
from
has
Where
our
the Wild
keys.
Things
Mind if
Are,
I could
which I have not seen. I will take him at his word that,
That's
that
no
there is indeed a
Gehenna.
resemblance.
Okay, maybe we can eat the candle.
I shouldn't burn
Delicious.
things. That's how I like.
Mmm, yummy.
Small flame of hope, and yet eventually find.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a trap. Dentures for the trap.
That's not suitable, Grandpa.
Hey, you need
Do
Grandpa.
you need your dentures, Grandpa?
No, not really. We're having soup today. They'd just be in the way.
Ah.
Aha.
Do you need a hair?
Only when I'm... In other words, just when my hair needs to stay dry.
Do you need a?
Only in other... I hope you don't plan to dig over my compost heap.
No, of course not.
Good to hear that. It isn't necessary anyway. And you needn't make any unnerving discoveries either.
Well, there's actually a very exciting achievement that you can go for if you would like.
What?
Transform Spot between his two forms a total of 500 times, and you get the Master of Disguise achievement. Can you imagine actually going for that? Just like click, 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 click.
I mean, I don't know what else to do at this moment.
Haven't I?
I don't see anything to unlock with a key. Trailer, costume, pantaloons. I think we've more or less exhausted our dialogue options. I can't even practice being a human cannonball. I don't see where this thing is supposed to be.
Yeah. So, do you want a nudge, or do you want to keep?
Yeah,
figuring
let's go for a nudge.
You actually have new dialogue options because you got lost in the forest.
Oh.
I bet.
Oh, what do you want this?
Why am I always getting lost?
Because you're good for nothing. That's why. Lack of orientation is just another thing on the long list of your inabilities. Without a map and a compass, you wouldn't even find your own feet. And what exactly are you doing?
I'm looking for my feet so I can kick you for what you just said.
Whoa, that's pretty funny.
It would have been funnier if he said, I'm looking for my own feet so I can kick you in the head.
And I think the first one you've already asked before, and he just says to
Where
do
can
your
I
chore.
get a map?
It won't be easy for you to...
Why?
I hid the map because he keeps mistaking it for...
Oh yeah, if I ever have to eat north. Where can I get a compass?
I think Grandpa had... Why don't you go in...
Great. I might as well. Grandpa is so senile, he forgets.
I might be a bit senile, but I've still got 2 ears with which I can still see very clearly.
Oh my. That won't be easy.
See, I think it was very progressive of them to put Joe Biden in as a
See you.
character.
Yeah, and don't
Yes.
you're a
Remember, Joe Biden is the most oppressed minority.
Yes. And 6 says, Quick Jack, build an IED for your tall rabbit friend talking in your
hello,
head.
Grandpa.
Ah, hello, Ben. Is your hat still too tight?
I want to take a look around the autumn forest, but I keep getting lost.
If you want to go for a walk, have you given Spot something to drink yet?
Yes, Grandpa. All done and finished.
Well, you've earned a little walk then. Ah, but be careful. The autumn forest is big and dense. Yeah, very, very much like my beard. You can very easily get lost in it. Again, very much
Grandpa's a
like my
comedian.
beard.
I already noticed that.
You'd better take my comb. I mean compass with you. Now where did I put it? I know, it's in the trailer. Under the bed.
Great. Thanks, Grandpa. Under the bed, right?
Yes, under the bed. I like to take a pinch late at night.
Take a pinch of the compass?
Yes, I know, it's unhealthy. But at my age, well,
Are you sure you're talking about the compass? Don't you mean compote?
compote? What are you insinuating? Did you nose around my notes? Besides, if I planned anything like that, it would be none of your business. You must consider all the consequences of such a compote, you know.
A compote with broad ramifications?
Yes, so you better keep your nose out of it.
Oh, Grandpa, you're talking about a complot. You're planning a complot.
A complot? I have no idea what you're talking about. You don't need to plan a complot. I just made one not 10 minutes ago, right behind the trailer.
That's compost.
Impossible. I carry the compost with me all the
The compost?
It's in my pocket. I'm pretty sure it is. Just a second. Here it is.
Grandpa, that's not
Really?
Oh my
Then
god.
where's the compost? Would you mind checking under my bed?
Sure. Just remind me again later, okay? Now, I'm taking a walk in the autumn forest.
I'll be back for lunch, you hear?
No, thanks. I really don't care for petroleum soup.
What's that?
Oh, nothing really. Thanks, Grandpa.
Well, that was very, very
See
funny.
you
I'm
later.
glad we
Cheer
witnessed
up,
that.
Ben.
That conversation took years off my life.
Yeah. But it was hilarious, you have to admit. The way he kept mixing up one word for another, delightful.
Yeah.
More recipe. Well, who would have... There goes my... Well, who would have thought? There goes my... Cooking is one of Grand... Not that I didn't... It's a shine. I mean... Well, who would have thought? There goes my... Cooking is one of Grand... Not that I didn't... It's a shine. I mean... Grandpa's cooking. Maybe we should spare him. It would save...
Okay, so something about the map must be in here.
Hmm. While you're puzzling that out, I do need to do some quick toasting. I'll be back in a sec.
Have fun. Oh, a cork. Dum. Duck Dog says humor from the Germans has been lacking since the late 1930s. It might just be a translation thing. Maybe the people who translated this just suck. So, you know, I mean, maybe the original German would have you pissing your pants, but I don't know.
I'd rather... It wouldn't be much fun to suck it through with a bottleneck for either of us.
Okay, how do we, we have a cauldron. have a jar o' eyes.
Unreachable. Like so.
Can we scooch it off with the shovel?
I'd rather not. I'm so clumsy, I'm sure to knock them over. Then they'll roll all over the trailer floor. Oh,
What?
I'm back.
Why would you make your main character deliberately depressing and awful?
I wish I could tell you. That's just
I
an
mean,
interesting style choice.
I mean, realistically, I know that we kind of play up we exaggerate the nature of these games on this show, but in all seriousness, it just seems like a really bad idea, doesn't it?
Yes. I could kind of understand with like Geron from the Chains of Sadnav, or whatever it was called, where he was meant to be kind of dorky, but he grew into his role
even
as like the
Spot
big
Hilly.
hero. But
Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
just
This guy seems too insufferable for too long.
Yeah.
He needs to like not.
he is deliberately
How about it,
depressing.
Spot? Care
Yeah.
for some earthworm blood? I understand. Satisfied already, aren't you? There are some juicy recipes with worms in here, too. I'd better not let Spot see those. No, Spot, there's nothing to see here. There are some juicy... I'd better not... No, Spot, there's nothing... There are some... I'd better... No, Caterpillars are way better pets. Toads can hardly hold anything.
Hmm. Six says he gives me flute nose guy vibes.
Spot
Yeah,
is not... No matter
he kind of
how
does,
much
doesn't he? But I think this guy might actually be worse than Robert. Like his voice is just that extra bit worse.
Yeah, I would be inclined to agree. Robert was, kind of like the game was so like sickly sweet. It kind of was, but this is just why.
I'm definitely not a fan of this character. Ben, I like. Ben is cool. If we could play as Ben instead, I would buy this game on the spot. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
Yeah,
If we can get Ben to say "piss off, faggot" to Sadwick, I will definitely buy this game. And the Six says this game needs that Monkey Island guy. I assume he means Guybrush.
Well, thank you for reminding me again and again. I'd love to. I'm just too small. Well, thank you for reminding. After Bruno Slade, I don't want it.
All right.
Okay, how about
Yeah, too bad I can't.
I think I might just save you some time.
Yes.
You need to go to the oven and find a way to open that. That is your
Okay.
next thing. And
about
I
Cork?
shouldn't cram things in. Last time I did unslid.
Dentures.
That's too hard to handle. If I could. I shouldn't. Last time I did unslater, I'd better not still. I'd better find an. I'd better. No, the fact everything around here. I don't want.
he's not an accelerationist.
Lame.
Mm.
Oh, you're no fun anymore.
Grandpa, you
Yeah.
can set it, but that was... I shouldn't crash time months later. That's no hand.
Man, fuck me, I don't have any fucking clue. Hold on.
Does that mean you want me to assist further, or are you still...
Oh wait, hold on. I know.
You've grown really... Now look at you. That could actually work. Hey, Spot, I need your help. We have to get this thing open. Do you think you can do that? All right, go for it.
Yeah. There we go. That got it open.
That was not too bad.
Okay, there we go. Casket.
I don't know why that's in there. That might be a translation error.
Hey,
Because it doesn't...
isn't that Ben's casket?
Ben's not dead.
I better not show that to him. He hates it when I go through his things.
Ah.
I don't know what it is though.
Looks like it's like a box.
Though thinking out of the box and talking into a box seems rather stupid.
Okay, so we got a box.
Who am I trying? I'm too weak to pry the casket open.
Hey, open the box, Grandpa.
Grandpa is not a con, but one who...
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Don't mess with unlike he.
Oh, duh. Where'd the key go?
Scroll up. You've got to scroll up in the inventory.
Oh,
There it is.
I wonder if that's the key to Ben's casket. It
I bet
matches.
it is.
The casket is open.
And look, you have a map.
yay.
Now I shouldn't...
Now you can leave. Now you can go outside.
Can I leave though, Terry? Can I really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can check out any time you like, but you can never leave.
Oh dear, he's getting more and more difficult each day.
He's still young. He hasn't found his responsibilities in the world yet.
He should carry out his responsibilities to the circus first, before looking for new ones.
Oh, by the way,
Hey.
I hate you, both of you. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Never mind me.
Yeah, okay.
Ben is in a bad mood today.
Oh, shut up, Grandpa. Just be quiet, will you?
And Six says every point-and-click adventure game needs Claude from GTA 3 as the protagonist. Because he doesn't talk.
Ah.
And he kills everyone he meets.
There's somebody there. A stranger. I wonder what he's doing here.
Two chicks at the same time.
God damn it, Terry. It's every fucking day with this guy. Hold on, I'm gonna save here because God, I don't wanna go through this again.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, thank heaven, you're not an Askew, obviously.
I'm not a what?
Oh, nothing. Everything's fine. At last I've met someone. Are you from around these parts?
No, we're just passing through with our circus.
Damn, I thought it was too good to be true.
Who are you?
Why do you want to know? Are you one of the Askew spies?
Could be.
Ah, Nonsense. Of course you're not an Asgil. I'm sorry. I'm just a little nervous. My name is Bobby. I've come from far away. Huh? Oh, yes. I am a Chusky. You know? And you are?
I'm Shadwick. My
I'm a
family
Gunsky.
owns a small traveling circus.
I understand. So, you're some kind of clown.
We're in the performing arts trade.
A clown, then. You don't look particularly happy, if I might say so.
Chasky? What does that mean?
What? You don't know the Chasky? The word means messenger. We perform important tasks on behalf of the king.
Chasky. Now I remember. Grandpa told me about you, but you can't be a Chusky.
Oh, yeah? Why not?
Chasky are noble messengers of the king, not miserable chickens like you. Chasky are brave heroes, not green-skinned quitters like you. Chasky are skilled trackers, not dim-witted dorks like you. Or Chaskies are cheerful adventurers, not sluggish bores. Oh, wait.
So I think you just insult him a bunch of times and then admit that you don't know
are
anything
noble
about them.
messengers to Corona.
Oh, yeah? And where do you think I'm coming from?
Well, you rather look like someone coming from a...
That's right. Directly from the royal court.
You? From Corona? I don't believe you.
You should. I am a Chasky, and I'm on a mission on behalf of the king.
Chusky are brave heroes and...
That's right. What do you think brought me here? I'm in the middle of a hair-raising adventure. The fate of the world lies in my hands.
You're exaggerating.
Not a bit. There have never been situations more desperate. I'd rather not go into details. You'd never
I
be
would
able to
rather that
sleep
too.
at night if I did.
Ha! Like that would make a difference. Chusky are skilled trackers and...
Even though it may look that way, I'm not lost. I'm just not sure about where to go. That's all.
Chusky are cheerful adventurers.
Ha! That's good coming from you. Looking at you doesn't exactly fill me with joy either.
I didn't sleep well. I suffer from nightmares.
Nightmares, you say?
In fact, I don't really know much about the Chusky.
Unfortunately, I haven't got the time to tell you about my daring adventures,
Darn.
which is a
You don't get to
shame.
hear the
They're full of
stories.
suspense.
He's
Epic,
gonna
too,
tell us
and
a
every
story.
now and again, there's a
Story's
laugh
down.
included.
Well, too bad. What exactly is your mission? Not that I'm really interested.
Actually, it's a secret. But all right, I'll tell you. I'm carrying a precious and powerful artifact. The Whispering Stone.
The what?
Whispering Stone.
Blistering bone?
The Whispering Stone! Why don't you listen?
How could I with you mumbling like that?
My mission is to take it back to Corona, to the king's castle.
Do you remember the scene in Airplane? Every time the guy tells a story, the person ends up killing themselves.
I haven't seen that movie in a very long time, so I don't remember that bit. But I should watch it again at some point.
I'm really surprised because that seems like the sort of thing you'd be all over.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I enjoyed it at the time, but I just haven't watched the movie in like 20 years, so probably longer. So I only remember the bits that have become memes.
Yeah.
Whispering stone? That doesn't sound very powerful.
I don't know very much about it, but I do know that it's very important.
Otherwise, the Royal Stones collection wouldn't be complete.
It's not a joking matter. As far as I know, the king needs it to prevent the end of the world.
And now I'm supposed to help you with your mission, right?
The clown wants to help a real Chusky with his mission. Now that's a good one.
What? I'm sure I could be of some help.
Impossible.
I'm every bit as good as you.
At least you're a pretty good clown.
Whatever. Okay, so do your stuff alone.
Hey! Take it easy. I understand that you're fascinated by my adventures.
Yeah, wow.
But you simply don't know what you're getting involved with. The life of a Chusky is full of danger. You'll get yourself into big trouble. If you want to help me, you'll need to be 100% certain.
Yeah.
Did you say dangerous? Maybe I'm not the right person for the job after all.
That's okay. Not everyone is born to be a hero, you know.
I'm 100% certain, sure.
So, at least you've got guts. That's a good thing. But are you skillful enough too?
I'm just as skilled as you are.
If it's true, that'd be great. Skillfulness is one of the most important qualities of a Chasqui. But I wonder whether you are optimistic enough. You strike me as being rather negative. Chasqui are characterized by their incredible joyful nature, which gives us the energy to find a way out of even the most difficult situations. Are you really joyful enough?
Of course, I'm a clown after all.
Of course. I'm a clown after all.
Right. How could I ever doubt you? Very well then. It looks like you meet the necessary requirements. Great. You see, I'm really desperate and time is running out.
Don't get your hopes up. I'm not very good at things like this. Usually things get more complicated as soon as I try to help.
That doesn't sound either brave or joyful or skillful. Maybe I should put your abilities to a test first.
A test?
Yes. You could go and fetch me something to eat. A nice fish would just do the trick.
What? I'm supposed to catch a fish for you? I wanted to help you with your mission. If I want to play the lackey, I might as well go back to my family.
Hold your horses. First, you show me what you can do by catching a fish for me. Then, I'll fill you in on my mission. Do you think you can do that?
Chop down the mightiest redwood in the forest with a herring.
Can't we just skip the fish part?
No, Sadwick, I'm afraid not. I need to see what you're capable of before I can let you in on the path of the Chasqui.
The path of the Chusky.
And this
Good
is
grief.
when
I see
Sadwick
great
learned that the
potential in
Chasqui
you,
are
but
liars.
the mission is truly important. I need to be sure that you have what it takes.
Whatever. I'll manage some.
I believe in you, Sadwick.
See you later.
Later.
I can't really catch fish with my bare hands. No chance. I can't get near enough before they take flight. I'm too clumsy.
Instinct says, I want another shrubbery.
Not another shrubbery.
Should have 2 layers, one on top of the other. Yeah. Nothing too expensive, but it should look nice.
The water looks no.
Yeah.
I can't really. I can't.
Hey, maybe we can get.
He's had
Meant
enough.
to look
of it.
like a worm? Yeah, it probably doesn't work as a ball. You need the worm.
He's had enough. Of
Okay, so you probably also need a hook and a fishing line.
I think the cork would probably.
I'd better not. I'm going to. I could start collecting cork stuff. It'd be more fun than holding the mirror for Ben when he's practicing his.
How about this? How about I use that?
I shouldn't get my things wet. I don't want to.
Let's see. Handkerchief.
I'd better. Maybe I'll need. That's wet. Ugh.
Get
Map. Let's see. What do we got around here? Oh, we got a branch.
Oh, that's probably for the fishing pole.
I don't think anyone will see me. The island seems to be inhabited, but it's too far away to swim.
And just out of curiosity, is this the only other place?
Yep.
Yeah, it It be indeed. Okay, so we got a branch.
I shouldn't get my... I don't want... Oh boy, it's just a branch. Oh boy, it's just... Oh boy, it's just... Oh boy, it's... Don't I have more important things to do?
Good.
I know. Of course, I could try thinking out of the...
He's very funny.
Yes.
I shouldn't get my thing. I don't want...
You know, I think he used to speak on everything except the right item.
Oh boy, it's just... Come where? North of the tree line. There are no... Oh boy, it's just... Oh boy, it's just... Well, let's... A measly dip net for a measly clown. There. That'll work.
Does he have to say everything so depressingly?
Yes, he does.
Hey, that actually worked. Looks like the clumsy little brother finally... I did it. I caught a fish. Ooh, yum! That's the first good news I heard in months. Will you tell me about your mission then? Of course. I'm a man who keeps his promises. But be warned. Helping me will put you in great danger. The Asgir are hot on my trail. I shouldn't even be here anymore. Now, please, don't exaggerate. You have no idea, have you? Well, are you sure you want to get involved with this? We've been there already. I'm absolutely sure. All right, then. Well, have you ever heard of Shana? Shana. That rings a bell, but tell me what you know first. She's an oracle, a kind of clairvoyant. And according to the legend, she lives somewhere in the autumn forest. But maybe it's nothing more than that. Just a legend. I've already searched until I'm half dead. I'm going to cancel my quest. I mustn't stay here too long. I've got a bad feeling that the Asgir are hot on my trail. Are the stories about Corona true? It depends. Which stories are you referring to? I heard that the king is dead. He's not dead, but he's very weak. I think the impending doom is getting to him. I heard Corona has fallen. Not yet, but the situation is growing more and more threatening. The Asgir have advanced up to the castle. The Asgir? Yes. A horrific strain of creatures. It's just a matter of time, I fear. I heard that the end is near. That's right, I'm afraid. The landscape around Corona has already started to fall apart. Like in my dream. You dreamed about that? Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Why do you say that? Oh, no reason. Forget about it, will you? In fact, I've only heard rumors. Well, not everything one hears is true, but the situation is serious. You think my dreams are trying to tell me something? My brother Ben says I shouldn't worry. Yes, listen to your brother. Keep on dreaming and pretend you never heard of the world's big problems. Yes, as if you never even met me. That's best for you. Just ignore the fact that the world is on the brink and we're all doomed. Aren't you exaggerating a bit? Oh, you think I'm exaggerating? It already started, Sadwick. The land is falling apart. The end is nigh. Like in my dream. That was your dream? Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not... Why? They're only dreams. Only dreams? Only dreams, he says. What if it's not? What if it's a vision? A vision? You think so? I admit, it's not very likely in your case. Only important people have visions. Kings, oracles, and Chasky. Nevertheless, the thought is unsettling. Say, about this Shana. Yes? What about her?
Shana, Bobana.
What do you want from Shauna?
Verona is far away. Without help, it will take months to get there. I'm hoping that Shauna can give me some advice. There must be a way to shorten the trip.
An oracle? Can she interpret dreams as well?
Of course.
In that case, I have to meet her too. Maybe my dreams do mean something after all.
You could come with me.
Really? That'd be great. I'll finally find out the meaning of my dreams.
Provided, of course, we can find her.
Where should I start looking for her?
The only thing I know is that she's supposed to live in a cabin in the middle of the autumn forest. But where exactly? I have no idea. I came down from the hills in the east. There's a good view of the valley and the whole autumn forest from there. But a cabin? Not a trace. The only things remotely resembling buildings are those ruins to the west. But I've already been there. A couple of columns and statues, that's all. Then there's that cave near the mountains. And that finally leaves the forest itself. Maybe you could get a better overview from that giant tree to the south. I can chart those places on your map if you want me to.
Well, at least that's a start. Enough of Shauna. Let's talk about something else.
As you wish. What else is on your mind?
Do you want to see the circus?
What? Are you mad? Do I look like I have time for that kind of nonsense? You just go back to your circus, Sonny. I have to deal with the important things in this world.
So the big responsibilities of this world are up to you? Now that's unsettling.
Yes, indeed. And neither elephants nor colorful balls can prevent me from carrying out my mission. Not even cheerful chimps with hilarious heads. You don't happen to have chimps in your circus, do you?
No.
No, of course not. And even if you had, I wouldn't have been interested at all. For I am a Chasqui, and nothing can stop me from carrying out my mission.
See you later.
Later, contact me if you have new information about Shauna.
Okay, and now back to the thing. Hey, and we can go
At least
to
there's new locations on the map now.
Yes. A tree with a
A hole. And we know what Sadwick is going to use that hole for. So, not safe for work warning.
I can't scrape off the resin with my bare hands. The only thing I'd achieve is getting my hands sticky.
See, his hands are sticky. Disgusting game.
Gross.
Yep.
I'm not taking the resin off with. I get my pot. I need some kind.
Ah, a container. Like a casket, perhaps.
I cannot scrape the resin off the. I need a bag.
Well, now you're just being, uncooperative.
Yeah. Now
And
you're
Six
just,
is just requesting an airstrike. I do think that will help.
now you're just being a little bitch.
Hmm.
We have a fish bone, and we still have that net. Hey,
A dip net. What kind of a name is a dip net?
That's too big to.
cork.
Hey, that worked.
Hey.
I don't know if it did anything useful, but it worked.
No. No, the hole is plugged, and I like it that way.
Okay, let's see. What do we got over here? We have, ancient ruins.
Turtle.
I like turtles.
Yes.
We have another turtle.
Got quite the collection going.
I can't take that. It's chiseled in stone.
Well, so was the fucking turtle. You took two of them.
Maybe the nice Germans in the top left
There's an
corner can
engraving
offer
on
some
the tongue.
assistance.
It reads, "In memory of the mighty sea eyes. They watched over our world for millennia. They watched over us from numerous eyes. We brought them the green round fruit of the Fatalia tree as offering, and they rewarded us by bringing light into our lives." That's odd.
Uh-huh.
Mason poetry.
That was very interesting.
Yes. Okay, we got moss. But can we take some of the moss?
No, pretty much like I won't be able to get the moss.
I can't pick that up.
I don't think that. When I read the trailer of Moss, I always use a damn cloth.
Ah,
Ah.
Yes. Hey, what have we here?
Another hole.
Escutcheon.
Escutcheon.
I
Escutcheon.
don't know what an escutcheon is, but
There
we
really
have
was
one.
something beneath the moss. A recess next to a royal insignia. Seems to be some kind of mechanism. I'd better tell Bobby. I'm sure he must have overlooked it.
Who's Bobby?
Bobby is the weird guy you were talking to for half an hour.
Oh. And there is a hole.
There is.
I won't be able to remove the underbrush with my... But I'll keep that in case I ever feel the urge to get pierced by poisonous thorns.
I actually think that here would be a good place to save. I'm getting kind of tired.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you've been joining us for this, have a great night. Be sure to join us on Sunday. We're going to be doing Crippers United. I have to find, like, what is it? How many? I'm trying to remember. Because there was some question as to who the guests were going to be. I have to find at least one more, if not two. Let me check. James, Lisa, and Mitch. We don't have Tier, though. So, I have a fourth spot open. If anyone wants to contact me, you can contact me on Discord or Twitter or whatever. And we'll see where we can go from there. Have a good night, everybody. This was